Hi, I'm Jack Jones. I am the franchisee in Denver, Colorado. We have 2 locations out there. One of them is up in Westminster. It's doing extremely well. We have a new one that we've just brought on in Aurora, and we are really excited about that one. We believe that, that one's going to come up and do numbers just about where Westminster is. And as I said, it's doing very well. I was down in Dallas, Texas, and I was looking for franchises. In fact, I started a company, my own company, for the purpose of doing franchise businesses. And I really felt that pizza was the way to go, because pizza's, it's recession proof, okay? This is what I believed at the time. And down there, it was their very first show. It was Nick was standing inside of the booth, okay, for UFG. UFG had a lot of brands even then. And so they were all over this sales floor. There was this giant picture of a gyro up there, okay? And that just drew me right into his booth. So that was, I knew I was going to do something and launch a business. And the Great Greek, there was just something about it that was really, really intriguing. You could see that this was something that's a little bit different. And it wasn't just different, it was healthy, all right? This is healthy, whole food that we're selling. All right, and so for that just jumped right out at me. I got to tell you what, UFG has got an incredible team of people, okay? I think that, like I say, when I first met Nick and Trent, their personalities, all the UFG people are just fantastic. So you knew sort of right away that you were hooking up with a team of people that were going to be, providing you that sort of support and things that you need. Hey, I wasn't a restaurateur when I started this thing out, okay? I was an electrical engineer. Heck, I'd just gotten back from being overseas and dealing, with spy planes and all that sort of a thing. So I wasn't a restaurateur, and I was looking for that sort of, call it a security blanket if you want, that franchise was going to give me. And UFG has turned out to just be an amazing franchiser, to be quite honest with you. I speak with UFG people probably every other day, if not every day. I'm in communication with my franchiser, and I think that's one of the key things to making this successful. Some of the greatest advantages to being part of the Great Greek family have been really in our numbers, okay? The Great Greek is growing and growing and growing. I get up in the morning at 7 a.m. and I start working on my business, all right? I'm actually rarely in my business anymore. It's like my managers, I'll show up at random. My managers have got, this place under control and really buzzing right along. And I work on the business. So what I'm doing, concentrating on in the mornings, that sort of thing, besides preparing my financials, which I go over quite extensively, and communicating with my vendors and communicating with my franchisor and things like that, trying to find opportunities and ways to expand the business. Catering is a big, big part of this thing. The beauty of the catering is that it compresses our labor. We'll do all of that $2,000, $2,500 sale. We're going to do that in 1 to 2 hours in our store in the morning, even before we open. Okay, so it's like that's just money right in the till, right for that day, right even before you open. It's just an amazing thing, catering, and I can't say enough about it. One of our main goals is going to be over the next year is going to be increase our catering dramatically over each of my stores. The Great Greek is really good whole food. It's just the recipes are fantastic. These recipes have been passed down from generation to generation through this Armenian family and finally wound up at our franchise, okay? And we are so proud to have these recipes. They are fantastic. Owning a franchise isn't necessarily for everyone, all right? But if you're considering owning a Great Greek, you've already shown that you're willing probably to take some risks, okay? I'm not going to tell you that this is easy, all right? It is not easy. You're going to have to work at it for a little while, but it can become very, very lucrative.